Dear graduates, family and friends of the graduates, and members of the faculty and staff, I welcome you to our virtual commencement celebration of the evening, weekend, and full-time MBA classes of 2021. Congratulations. I'm Ann Harrison, Dean of Berkeley Haas, and I am delighted to mark this special day with you, our graduates. Today, we celebrate your achievement, and what an outstanding achievement it is to graduate from UC Berkeley with a master's in business administration. On top of mastering a rigorous MBA curriculum, you have demonstrated great tenacity, empathy, and leadership. You called attention to racial injustices and created safe spaces for our community. You raised funds to help small businesses stay afloat during the pandemic. You supported your classmates with yoga, dinners, and job search tips. You organized conferences, led student clubs, and held student offices. This required more thought, more ingenuity, and more dedication than in any previous year. But you persevered and became stronger leaders because of it. You are the heart of what's next. We need leaders like you to help solve the most pressing issues of our time. You will lead diverse teams, build sustainable businesses, and launch new ones too. And I look forward to following your journeys. Today, we are marking not an ending, but a beginning. The word commencement literally means beginning. So today you commence your new roles as alumni at Berkeley Haas. You are joining a network of more than 500,000 Berkeley alumni and more than 40,000 Haas alumni. This is your community, and the more you participate, the stronger it will grow. When you reach your new destination, look up your fellow alumni in town. Hire Haas. Invite a new Haas intern at your company to have a cup of coffee. Give back by being a mentor, speaking at a student conference, making it possible for the next generation of talented business leaders to get a Berkeley MBA. But most of all, stay connected. Don't forget your family here. Now, I would like to recognize a few individuals who have had a deep impact on your Haas journey. Each year, our students select the winners of our CHITE Awards for excellence in teaching. The evening and weekend students selected Atusa Sadeghi for their CHITE Award for Graduate Student Instructor. Atusa is also a current evening weekend MBA student. Well done, Atusa. The CHITE Award for Teaching in the Evening Cohort goes to Professor Panos Patatoukas for his Financial Information Analysis course. And the CHITE Award for Teaching in the Weekend Cohort goes to Macroeconomics Professor Ross Levine. For the full-time MBA program, this year's CHITE Award for Graduate Student Instructor goes to Devin Courtois. Devin is part of our graduating full-time MBA class. What an achievement, Devin. Professional faculty member Jenny Herbert Creek, who taught 2 courses in financial models, won the full-time MBA CHITE Award. Congratulations to all of you. All of our faculty went above and beyond this past year in imagining new ways to deliver their courses to you virtually. And our program staff worked quietly and tirelessly behind the scenes to help you all get to this day. Thank you all. Before I introduce our commencement speaker, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the parents, spouses, partners, the family and friends of our graduating students. Without your help and support, this day would not have been possible. Thank you so much. Next, I would like to introduce this year's commencement speaker. Each year, we call upon an alum of uncommon distinction to address the MBA graduating classes, someone who personifies our defining leadership principles. This year, we are delighted to welcome South Korea's first astronaut and a graduate of our full-time MBA program, class of 2014, Soyeon Yi. Before coming to Berkeley, Soyeon had a career as a scientist and spent 10 days at the International Space Station in 2008. In addition to being Korea's first astronaut, she is the third woman in history to be the first national from their country in space. After her return from her mission, she decided to add a Berkeley MBA to her PhD in biosystems. She told us that she had worked in science and realized that scientists could not communicate effectively with business people, and she really wanted to change that. Currently, she leads customer engagement at startup Protopie and works with Silicon Valley satellite startup Loft Orbital Solutions. She has also lectured at the University of Washington and is passionate about nurturing the next generation of STEM leaders. As someone who has looked at Earth from outer space, she cannot help but impart a fresh perspective on our world. Please join me in welcoming Soyeon Yi.
Hello, class 2021. I cannot believe that already 7 years passed from the time when I had a commencement at the Greek Theater. I still remember how exciting it was since I almost couldn't graduate with my poor grades. Seriously, it was true. As an ignorant engineer, 2-year full-time MBA program was toughest school life I've ever had. It's a little bit embarrassing to say I've got even AP first time in my life during my MBA. Now it became a meaningful memory. You can see I'm smiling, but at the time it was a huge shock to me. I think the global pandemic situation was such a huge shock to you and to all the people around the globe. How could we imagine this when you were in the orientation of your MBA program in summer of 2019? So before starting my speech, first, I would love to tell you that you did a great job, even under such a tough situation. And finally, you made the commencement. As a person who studied near Silicon Valley, at the birthplace of high tech, we've known that many things would be virtual, and it would make our life much more convenient. However, we were not ready to be forced to take everything virtual in such a short time with the global pandemic situation. In the same time, I feel so grateful that we have this kind of situation after having many of technologies. What if we've got the global pandemic even before having cell phone or Wi-Fi like during my high school time? Maybe we can say that around that time, virus might not travel that fast also. As I learned from my spaceflight, nothing can be absolutely good or perfectly bad. Thanks to be connected well around the globe, we cannot help sharing everything so fast, even something we don't want to, like coronavirus. I know how you felt when you arrived at Courtyard in August 2019. As I was, you must be like a sprinter waiting for a startup pistol to go off. None of us couldn't think of the situation which we cannot help stopping in the middle of the track and run virtually, even before making halfway. Maybe many of you think you are quite unlucky to have such a situation during your MBA, but we always can find lucky things in the middle of unluckiest situations, like my ballistic reentry. After completing all my mission in ISS, it was on the way back to the Earth. We had a problem during separation process, which made our capsule upside down. We should face incredible heat with the side which doesn't have any heat shield at all. To make things worse, we had a fire situation inside of the capsule. Ground station lost us since we were out of their range after upside down. My mom, who came to TV station for the interview after my successful landing, should face totally opposite situation, which required her to prepare the worst case of scenarios. Still, I feel so sorry for making my mom in that situation, even if I didn't mean to. Finally, after all those dramatic situations, our capsule landed in the middle of vast flatland of Kazakhstan. We all 3 crew members were rescued safely, even if we should be welcomed by Kazakh nomad first before the search and rescue team found us and arrived. I can tell it was my first space flight and would be the last also as the Korean astronaut. Many media told I'm one of the unluckiest astronauts among hundreds of other astronauts in the history, since many astronauts who flew several times didn't have any accident or abnormal situations. They were right. I could be unlucky. I had only one 11-day space flight, but one of the biggest accidents in the human spaceflight history. To be lucky or unlucky now, that is not the question for me. Most important thing is how to interpret and how you use that situation for the rest of your life. I can take now that moment as one of the luckiest events of my life. First of all, I survived and escaped death by seconds. According to the investigation team, if we were exposed to heat several seconds more than we had during the re-entry, whole our capsule would be burnt away since we were upside down. How lucky I was. On top of that, thanks to that accident, I am no more unknown one-time flyer. Rather, I became the astronaut who experienced quite unique situation among astronauts around the world. Many colleague astronauts and senior astronauts came to me to hear the story, and then they tapped my shoulder saying, "You are really prepared astronaut. How can you handle all those things in such a chaotic moment?" You will also hear that kind of compliment later, I think. Like after my landing, you are passing one big challenge now, and all your parents and loved ones pray, as my parents do, for your happy life with least challenges after this commencement. I'm sorry to say that, unfortunately, there will be many more challenges ahead of you, even if we will face to another unluckiest situation again. Most important thing we should do is how we can go through and what we can learn from it. Now you have Haas spirit. You are ready to go through any challenges since you came here despite the global pandemic. When I stayed up on the International Space Station, I greatly enjoyed looking down on the Earth through the small window of my cabin. Whenever I woke up in the middle of night, I unzipped my sleeping bag and opened the shutter of my window. I never get tired of looking down to the Earth. On one such occasion, I suddenly wondered why and how I was born there rather than another planet, and why and how I was born in the small Korean peninsula instead of massive continents. Not only geographically, but also in timing, I started wondering why I was born, especially in 1978, rather than another time. What if I were born in northern area of Korea? Could I have received the education that I did before coming here? What if I was born in 1950 instead of middle of Korean War? Suddenly, I felt embarrassed that I have been complaining rather than being grateful about all the things I had been given through no action of my own. Without any cause and not by choice, I was born in my country during a prosperous time. Yes, it's not fair. So many innocent kids are suffering right now where they are without any good cause. So many people are struggling to survive through no fault of their own, especially with such a global pandemic now. Even though there were so many blessings I've received from the moment I was born, I took them for granted, and I had never realized how lucky I was until then. I realized that I should be grateful for all that I have, my friends, siblings, parents, teachers and colleagues, everyone around me, for better or for worse, as well as the wind, the sky, the stars, the moon, the mountain, the earth, gravity, and even expensive but small place to live. Of course, I cannot pass without appreciating technologies helping us to cope this situation. I have been surrounded by so many things that I should be grateful for, but I was too ignorant to realize it until that moment. Maybe for all of us, it is still hard to be grateful for global pandemic situation now, but believe that we can be later. Of course, you did your best for this moment to finish your MBA under such a tough situation. You should be proud of yourself, and all your parents are so proud of you. However, remember, we should be grateful for the very first base, blessing moment where you were born and who you've gotten as a family right after your birth without any reason. That started your whole game quite unfairly. I think our life would be the way to be the person who deserves such a blessing and unfair start. We would get there with contributing ourselves to society, community, and helping people who couldn't have that start without any fault of their own. Definitely, you have a stronger intellectual power than others. If you are here for your commencement, then you should be more responsible than others also. With great power, there must also come great responsibility, as Uncle Ben said. Talking of my spaceflight always bring one of the most inspiring person of mine, Russian grandfather of rocketry, Konstantin Tsiolkovsky. I remember the time when I read his quote, "A planet is the cradle of humanity, but one should not live in a cradle forever," on the wall of the Space Museum in Russia. Of course, at that time, I couldn't understand what this really meant until the time I flew to space. In whole universe, as far as we can reach, Earth is the only place where we human can get everything we need for surviving. So he said a planet, the Earth, is the cradle of humanity. Why shouldn't we live here forever in our cradle? We all are like baby in the cradle as humankind on the Earth. If baby can stay in the cradle forever, what happened to that baby? Of course, that baby can survive. However, can that baby grow up as a normal grown-up? Thinking of the time when we were baby, in order to live without diaper, instead to use restroom as an adult, to eat whatever we want, to go wherever we want to by ourselves, we had to get out of the cradle. Even if the first step was really tough and hard to get out of the cradle, we know that we needed that moment. You admit or not, Haas MBA program was also one of your cradle of your life, like your home with family, schools, or country. And now you are ready to get out of that cradle, to develop yourself more, to learn more with exploring the world, and to change the world. For the international folks, going through this situation might be harder. Some has been far away from here, but still needed to catch up all virtual classes and events with huge time difference. Some are here, but facing tough situation far from their family. Anyway, class of 2021, you all were growing in the same cradle at Haas, together regardless of where you are and what ethnicity you have. Please don't forget who changed your diapers, brought milk bottle whenever you were hungry, and took you out of cradle for a while to help you ready for now at Haas cradle. Ready? Kick your cradle and enjoy your new chapter of life. Godspeed.
Hello, I'm Peter Johnson, Assistant Dean for the full-time MBA program. I oversee academics, student experience, and admissions for the full-time MBA program. And in this role, I've had the pleasure of meeting and working with many of today's graduates throughout their MBA journey. I'm honored to play a role in celebrating everyone's success today, including the family and friends of these graduates, for all of the encouragement and support that you provided to them. This is your celebration too. Our MBA program is one of the most selective in the world and offers a rigorous academic program coupled with co-curricular activities, including student-initiated conferences, case competitions, career-oriented events, and of course, social activities. Many of our students took on high-profile leadership roles during what turned out to be a uniquely challenging time. And I want to convey to each and every graduate how proud we are of the work that you've done both in and out of the classroom. Congratulations, class of 2021. I have the pleasure of recognizing recipients of the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award and the Defining Leadership Awards today, and then I will introduce this year's student commencement speaker. Each year, we honor one student from each class with the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award. This honor goes to the student completing his or her studies with the highest grade point average in the class. This year's award winner is Devin Curtois. Devin earned an impressive GPA of 3.974. After earning her undergraduate degree from Whitman College and working as a science teacher, Devin became a management consultant before coming to Haas. Her favorite Haas courses were Tech in the City, Designing Financial Models That Work, and Strategy for the Networked Economy. Her hard work and academic success were motivated by a love of learning and a drive to learn and experience as much as possible during her time in the program. In addition to her academic accomplishments, Devin has received the Chite Award for Outstanding Graduate Student Instructor in the full-time MBA program, which is another significant honor. Devin plans to return to consulting in the short term with Deloitte Consulting and ultimately become a future leader in the tech industry. Congratulations, Devin. Our next four awards reflect the Haas School culture as represented by the defining leadership principles. Each year at graduation, we recognize the students who best embody each of these principles. These students were nominated by their classmates and selected by a committee of students and staff. For those of you who may not be familiar with them, the Haas defining leadership principles are: question the status quo, students always, beyond yourself, and confidence without attitude. Question the status quo includes championing bold ideas, taking intelligent risks, and accepting sensible failures, speaking our minds even when it challenges convention. Students always represents our learning community, which is designed for curiosity and a lifelong pursuit of personal and intellectual growth. Beyond yourself acknowledges that we shape our work by leading ethically and responsibly. As stewards of our enterprises, we take the longer view in our decisions and in our actions. This often means putting larger interests above our own. And finally, my favorite, confidence without attitude, which means that we make decisions based on evidence and analysis, giving us the confidence to act without arrogance. We lead through trust and collaboration. So the recipients of the Defining Leadership Awards this year are Question the Status Quo, Faizan Amina Gowani, Beyond Yourself, Kendall Bills, Students Always, Jose Ramon Avellana, and Confidence Without Attitude, Fede Pacheco. Congratulations. On behalf of the Haas community, thank you for your outstanding contributions. Not surprisingly, the student who's been selected by his classmates as their student speaker this year is also our Confidence Without Attitude recipient, Fede Pacheco. Fede is from Costa Rica and graduated from the Universidad de Costa Rica. Prior to attending Haas, he worked first for Unilever and then as a marketing manager for Subway, also working part-time as an adjunct professor at his alma mater. While at Haas, Fede has been a very active and engaged student. He has served in a variety of leadership roles, including as vice president of marketing for the Haas Technology Club, as a story salon coach, and also serving as a graduate student instructor, Berkeley's version of a graduate teaching assistant. Going beyond himself, Fede created a free course for his fellow students called the PowerPoint Magic, which was offered as a student-initiated course and recorded as a series of videos, which have been accessed by more than 250 of his classmates. After graduation, Fede looks forward to staying in close contact with the Haas community and to helping prospective MBA students from Latin America, especially those from Central America, to connect with Berkeley Haas and to grow in their careers. His own professional goal is to develop into a product marketing leader in technology and his long-term goal is to make learning more fun, more accessible, and more fulfilling for future generations. Fede has accepted a post-MBA role as marketing manager at Microsoft. I'm delighted to introduce student speaker for the full-time MBA class of 2021, Fede Pacheco.
The sun always hits the windows of my apartment in the morning. Today, it feels particularly weird. I take a look outside and cannot find the sun anywhere actually. Yet the whole sky is orange. I take my phone out, quick picture, and immediately start wondering, why am I taking a picture? This is not a beautiful sunset in Santa Teresa. This is not an inspiring sunrise in the Berkeley Hills. This is the result of the California wildfires that are giving us yet another reason to stay home. Today I won't be able to leave home. Tomorrow I probably won't either. I feel more lonely, empty, and scared as ever. And I wonder, how did I get to this point? You know me, I'm an optimist. And I was so excited to get an MBA. 2017, I'm applying for the first time. I was even excited for the GMAT for a short second, of course, before it crushed my soul. And then I get rejected by every school I applied to. Try again the next year. Fortunately, only gives me the chance. And I'm so thrilled. 2 years of build up, finally here, all my expectations, all-time high. And now, a year later, I'm at an all-time low. And I'm also in class. Quick, put my phone back in my pocket and I try my best to focus on the lecture. Negotiations, this is important. Promise myself I'm gonna focus on Juliana Schroeder's words. 2 seconds later, my phone is back in my hand and I'm doom scrolling on Instagram. See, orange sky, after orange sky. Realize we're all taking pictures. I realize why we're taking the pictures. It's not because it's a beautiful sunset or an inspiring sunrise. It's because it's a very unique sky. It's something we have never seen before. It's something unusual. I realize I'm not the only one going through this. Everyone in the class I'm virtually attending is also going through this. We all feel lonely, empty, and scared. We've felt lonely for months, seeing hangout happening without us, seeing on Instagram, we know they're happening, we feel left out. We were promised the miraculous courtyard where you would unexpectedly and unintentionally meet someone and hang out without a lot of effort. We are empty because we miss our classmates, we miss our family, we miss our loved ones. And we are scared of an unpredictable and indefinite future. We feel like the world is moving on without us. And we are forced to do the uncomfortable, to open our phone and send this really uncomfortable message saying, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Do you want to hang out? And we wait for those 3 dots to load until we see a classmate saying, yeah, sure, what do you want to do? They actually want to hang out with you, dedicate their Saturday to you. And it feels rewarding because we weren't ready to meet each other just yet. but we need each other to survive. And that's how the loneliness became intention. That's how the feeling of emptiness became filled by love. And that's how an indefinite, scary future also reminds us of a very definite past, of moments of joy, of when we went beyond ourselves to stretch our hands and help each other out, be there for each other, and even beyond that, to make our voices be heard, our actions be loud, on racial inequality, on injustice, on the pain, suffering, and deaths of millions of people around our entire world. Yet we confidently, without attitudely, still showed up to that interview, to that virtual internship, to that class, remaining student always from our lonely houses or Willard Park or Carr, and sometimes Baja California with very poor reception. We were there, and we sure questioned the status quo. Finding ways to stick together, make workshops, master classes as we call them. Find creative yet safe ways to hold on to each other and do little trips and bigger trips and make houseboats and Camp Haas and Big Sur and Yosemite happen and Tahaski. Class, do you remember how pissed we were when we didn't have quiche on the third day of week 0? It makes all those week 0 pains feel like peanuts. That's why we take a picture of the orange sky. That's why we take a picture of 4 friends hanging out in a backyard, having dinner. And the sun sets, the night comes, and you're cold and there's no food left. Yet you want to stay there. You want to savor that moment. You cannot go inside. 2 years ago, you wouldn't have understood the value of that small hangout, that moment. And I'm sure future you will need to be reminded of it. That's why we hold on to that picture. That's why we hold on to each other. Because it's not a beautiful story, but it's our unique story. We are our unique story. We are our unique class of 2021. We found each other, we have each other, and we have to hold on to each other. So hold on tight. Pura vida.
Class of 2021, I wish we could all be together to celebrate this day and your achievements in person. The best I can do is to join you in your graduation regalia and to convey that my wishes that your graduation goes off without a hitch. That is, that it is successful operationally. I enjoyed spending spring 2020 with you, and I look forward to hearing about what you will do in the years ahead. Congratulations on all that you have accomplished. Cheers.
Congratulations, class of 2021. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jelena Schroeder. I am the person who gets to be lucky enough to teach the full-time MBAs, the negotiations class in the fall. I get to teach at the best university in the world, so I have a great job. I wanted to tell you all that I am so proud of you and incredibly impressed. I mean, you all got your degrees in a pandemic. You're so resilient to have made it out the other side. And I want to just leave you with one thought. I'm going to keep this very, very brief. And that is that, you think you're leaving Haas, but you are not. You are not leaving Haas. You never are going to leave Haas, because this community stays with you forever. And so the one thing I really want to emphasize and pray to you all, that you stay in touch with each other, keep this community alive, keep contacting your professors. You don't even know how much value and joy we get out of hearing you from 10 years down the road, and just getting a random email from a student saying, hey, I'm doing a negotiation, can you help out? Or I was just thinking about this thing that you taught me in accounting class. Those are great, and we can help each other out. This network will be so valuable for you through the rest of your life. So this is not the end. You will always be part of the Haas community. On that note, actually, I have to give a shout out. I went back and looked at the 2 students who won the next Negotiations Professor Award in my class. It was Leanne West and Olusheni Bello. You two, I just put it on my calendar. 10 years from now, I'll be checking in on you and seeing how that goes. So this is not goodbye. This is just to be continued, and congratulations to everyone.
Congratulations. Completing your business school education is an extraordinary achievement, especially given the challenging environment with the pandemic. The last couple of months have been super hard for everybody, but you know me, I'm a diehard optimist. So at this point, I like to think that we've turned the corner, and the only possible trend from now is up. And if you would like to adopt my optimism, I would gladly offer you an advice. So here's my advice for you. Look back to your time at Haas and pick all the experiences you enjoyed, all of the laughs, all of the lovely people you've met, all of the knowledge and the skills that you acquired, and then store those in your long-term memory, because nobody can take those away from you, and you've earned all of them fair and square. And then do the same, but this time identify the regrets, the disappointments, other negative experiences, and then wipe those out from your memory, okay? Those experiences are not really helpful. In my opinion, they don't add value to your life, so you wanna get rid of them, okay? And then when you complete this house cleaning activity, then look forward and focus your energy on what you would like to achieve next. You're all super talented individuals, which means that if you really want to achieve what you want to achieve, most likely you will be able to. I, on the other hand, I'm going to be staying on the side, cheering for you. And I'm looking forward to see what you guys are going to achieve. I've told you this a number of times, but I think I want to say this once again. And that's that, in my opinion, the world is a better place because of our Haas students and graduates. Therefore, I feel especially honored that I was given the opportunity to be part of your journey, and I thank you for this. Again, good luck, congratulations. I'm hoping you stay in touch.
Hello, everyone. Today, I want us to debit some farewell and credit some time. So here, this is Yaniv, and with Bagel. We wanted to say bye-bye to all of you. This is an amazing accomplishment that you are graduating. Congratulations from the bottom of my heart. I wish you great success and great happiness and great health down the road. It's especially remarkable that you succeeded to persevere during this very difficult time, but I'm glad that you did it. And I will always remember our great time together in Chu Hall, in N370 together. We got to connect for a long time with amazing experiences and memories. So stay in touch, and I hope to read about you in the news one day, and I know that you are going to change the world and succeed with whatever you wish, especially with your financial expertise. So bye-bye from Bagel and me. Good luck.
Hi, class of 2021, and congratulations. I am so proud of each and every one of you for what you've accomplished over your time here with us at Haas, and I wanted to send just a special congratulations to those of you who are either in the MBA and PH or those who have had classes in the health management space, and I've had the privilege to get to interact with you. I'm so inspired to be part of the faculty that gets to help you achieve your dreams, particularly in such a unique environment. Appreciate the partnership that all of you have shown in the classes that we've had together and in the mentoring sessions. Could not be more excited and proud for what all of you are going to do next, and really just look forward to staying in touch and being a resource and a helpmeet in any way that I can. I hope that you stay really connected to Haas and to Berkeley as you leave us, and know that you never really leave. You're always part of the community, and we're here for you. So congratulations again to you, your families, your support networks, and best wishes for the future, and go Bears. Take care.
Hello, class of 2021. It seems like both yesterday and eons ago that we met when times were perfectly normal. And ever since then, not long after we ended our part, just 4 or 5 months, the world pretty much turned on its head. And I can't imagine what it was like going through your second year all online, a big chunk of the second semester in your first year, everything that meant about internships and meeting people and so on. And it seems like we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I hope it's not the train coming in the opposite direction. So I do wish everyone a wonderful life. Remember, take care of yourselves, take care of the people you love. And whenever you're in the neighborhood, don't be shy, just drop by and say hello. So blessings to you all. I love you all, and be well. Bye-bye and congratulations.
Haas grads, my name is Scott Galloway. I graduated in 1992. A nice moment for you. Congratulations. You will get a bunch of advice. Most of it will be useless. My advice, or people told me to go to work for Dell or Intel or to head to Russia, which was supposed to be the land of opportunity in the 90s. The only piece of advice I am comfortable giving you is that you will never regret at moments like this telling people that you love them, that you appreciate them, and that you admire them. The only thing that stands the test of time is deep, meaningful relationships. Take pause, have the self-awareness to tell people you love them and that you appreciate the role they have played in getting you to this point. A nice moment for you. Congratulations.
Hey everyone, congratulations, you did it. So proud of you all for getting through business school, and congratulations on graduation. My name is Osei, full-time MBA class of 2015. I lead product at Square. I recently moved to Atlanta, so definitely come on down and visit me down here in Georgia. But just wanted to come in and wish you all a happy graduation, and hope you enjoyed Haas and continue to live those defining principles, and hope to see you all here in the real world now that you're back in the working world. Congratulations. Enjoy graduation.
Hello, class of 2021. Congratulations. Felicitaciones on finishing your MBA. And welcome to our Alumni Network. We are about 100 Chilean bears available for you in any way we can. And it's not just for business. Once we can travel, we will be expecting you for a ski trip in the Andes or wine tasting while we network. So as soon as you can, come and visit us. Congratulations, felicitaciones, un abrazo grande.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You are amazing. You faced this year along with all of us with so much uncertainty. And one thing you can be certain is that when you go out into the world, we're here. We're here as alumni to support you, to help you, to talk you through things, to support your businesses any way that we can. We're here for you. We're grateful for you in all the ways that we know you're going to go out and change this world for the better. Congratulations again.
Congratulations to the class of 21. Y'all have been through some stuff. As y'all graduate, move out into the world, and design your own futures, I want you all to remember two things. Question the status quo and be a student always to make sure that whatever path you end up taking is the right one for you. And it's what you need to be doing out in the world, not because somebody else said it was interesting or fun or cool. Do it for yourself, and you'll find a lot of joy. And I can't wait to see what you all do. Congratulations again.
Aloha, class of 2021. Congratulations on graduation. In what was one of the most difficult years, it makes me proud as a Haas alum to see how you finish strong. I'm excited to see the impact that you make in the future, how you change the world. Good luck. Go Bears.
Hey Haas class of 21, this is class of 2010. Wishing you guys a happy graduation. Congratulations on finishing. You have done what none of the rest of us have ever done before, doing your classes virtual and everything else, and it just gives me confidence that that means that you will help to become part of the Haas alumni base and leadership that teaches us how to lead in a virtual world. I'm so excited to see what you all do next. Welcome to the Alumni Network. We all still get to come back and visit every now and then, but we're so excited for you and welcome. Congratulations.
How we doing out there, class of 2021? Congratulations, you made it. Man, we are so proud of y'all. We know this past few years has brought some unexpected challenges, but you all have been resilient. You have embodied the defining principles, and we are so proud to welcome you to the other side. My name is Kenny Vaughn. I'm a member of the class of 2016. Just wanted to let you know you've got so many people that are proud of you. We are so thankful that you are going to be representing our community as a lifelong member of this here Haas home team. Welcome to the family and go Bears.
Congratulations!
You did it!
You made it through what must have been the weirdest MBA experience of all times.
We look forward to seeing you as alumni at events, parties, and galas.
Can't wait to see what you do. It will be amazing.
Hey guys, to all the MBA class 2021, you made it. Congratulations. This is Nian Dongwen from MBA class 2004. MBA 2021的同学们、校友们，恭喜你们！我们来自五湖四海，我们去向四面八方，恭祝你们鹏程万里。我是 MBA 2004校友王念东，谢谢大家。
Congratulations, my fellow Haas alums. Remember, don't just challenge the status quo, but smash it. And be sure to have some fun along the way. Didn't even get to bronze.
MBA class of 2021, I just want to send a huge congratulations on your graduation. I'm speaking to you from Vancouver, Canada, and on behalf of alumni, we are very excited to see you transition from students of Berkeley Haas to alumni, and want you to know that there's a network of alumni globally who are invested in your success. We hope you'll stay connected to the school and continue our great school culture. Best of luck in all your endeavours.
MBA class of 2021, congratulations on your big day. I've taken so much away from my time at Haas, but perhaps the biggest thing that stayed with me were the defining leadership principles which continue to guide me to this day, especially questioning the status quo. As you embark on the next chapter in your career, be sure to live those values each and every day. Today is just the beginning of exciting things to come. The Cal experience, the network, and your memories will carry you far. Enjoy this special moment, good luck, and most important, go Bears!
Tema Abe, receiving a Master of Business Administration. George Luis Abreu da Silva, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Andrea Ucedo Trueba, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Benjamin J. Adler, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Juris Doctorate. Chukunalu Sydney Akpati, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Ikechukwu Akujor, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Ana Cristina Alanis, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Almaz Ali, receiving a Master of Business Administration. James Patrick Allwine, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Daniel Alston, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Luis Miguel Alvarez, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Sebastian Ambries, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Kyle Ames, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Lenny Jamil Andrew, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Omer Ardich, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Dawa Ardiles, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Don Carlos Atkins IV, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Nicole S. Austin Thomas, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jose Luis Avalos, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jose Ramon Avellana, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Oded Bahar, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jung Hyo Bak, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Nacho Balaguer Sarah, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Nick Bellamy, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Olaseni Akintola Bello, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jeremy Bensaba, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Aditi Bandari, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Kendall J. Bills, receiving a Master of Business Administration. David Bolivar Zuniga, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Paulina Boonman, receiving a Master of Business Administration. William Jefferson Bowman, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Stephen Kyle Brisley, receiving a Master of Business Administration. David Brown Dawson, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Eduardo Bustamante Aramburo, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Juan Javier Cantu Guajardo, receiving a Master of Business Administration. James Cow, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Alexandra Carley, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Ryan Patrick White Costello, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Fernando Manuel Castillo Mego, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Daniel Serta, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Andre Chabanet, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Sitara Chandra, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Dhruva Chandrasekhar, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Huai Ping Chen, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Engineering. John Cheng, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Oriana Y. Chu, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Joseph Choi, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Anirban Chowdhury, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Christopher Chung, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Trevor Matthew Cleary, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Eduardo Antonio Consigliere, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jacob Dean Coppola, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Santiago Correa, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Devin Curtois, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Patrick Covino, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Holly Kramer, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Kelly McKeown Cure, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Youssef Laszlo Chapari, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Krissa Da Gomez, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Anna Dai, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Akshay Dalmia, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Julianne Leslie Edward Darby, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Charles Davidman, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Wyatt Morgan Davis, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Marina Mamer, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Marguerite Elizabeth de Chaumont Keytree, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Bradley Deal, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Gina Dietz, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Benjamin Delicat, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Gregory Kehoe Dempsey, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Adam Dominic, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Corey Robert Donahue, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Sagar S. Doshi, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Julian Ignatius Downey, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Rohan D'Souza, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Ha Du, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Ker Dwizanov, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jeffrey Kendall Easterling, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Nader Al-Zarwi, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Cristobal Escobar Huck, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Thais Ramajo Esteves, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Margaret Blair Evans, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Murch Ewings, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Paula Lorena Fernandez Baca, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Anton Filatov, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Elena Gambon, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Stephen Gann, receiving a Master of Engineering in Industrial Engineering and Operations Research, also receiving a Master of Business Administration. Bing Gao, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Agata Glowacka, receiving a Master of Business Administration.
Andrew Glusing, receiving a Master of Business Administration.
Luisa Gontijo Bisonotto, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Victor Gorachategi Garcia, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Faizan Amina Gowani, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Samir Goyal, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Simon Maxwell Quine Greenberg, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Gregorio Giovanni Gillen, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Eduardo Gureeb, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Eva Gerfine, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Katrin Claire Hall, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Connor Harrington, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Joseph Jacob Hassin, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Juan Diego Havreneg del Piazzo, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Lucas Richard Headland, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Colton Lucas Helms, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Anne Hemelgarn, receiving a Master of Business Administration. William Hurling, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Charles Hines, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Erica Miwa Odagil Hirata, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Daniel John Horgan, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Ryan Edward Houghton Berry, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Zuran Shui, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Mangdi Hu, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jen Wei Huang, receiving a Master of Engineering in Industrial Engineering and Operations Research, also receiving a Master of Business Administration. Luo Hang Huang, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Charles Xiao Chuang Huang, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Hezam Ipakchi, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Shotaro Ishizuka, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Daniela Itiriaga Kurinaga, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Delana Ruth Jackson, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Avinash Javaji, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Michael Jenkins, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Beishuan Jiang, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Kathleen Ben Jiang, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Lloyd Henry Johnson II, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Adam Patrick Joseph, receiving a Master of Business Administration.
Ryosuke Kato, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Frederick William Kellogg II, receiving a Master of Business Administration. John Craighill Kirby Miller III, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Gun Wook Kim, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Michelle Kim Gorsica, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Nami Kim, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Yuna Kim, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Ellen C. Kimball, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Roger Kirkpatrick, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Peter Bolt Coley, receiving a Master of Engineering in Industrial Engineering and Operations Research, also receiving a Master of Business Administration. Peter Norman Kosser, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Kevin Krager, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Mikhail Krukov, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Brian Lamb, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jonathan Walter Lamb, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Emily Lapham, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Stephen Werner Lee, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Allison Leung, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Anthony R. Lewa, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Johanna Allison Lewis, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jeffrey Liu, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Johnny Lin, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Wei Kuo Lin, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Lu Liu, receiving a Master of Business Administration also receiving a Master of Engineering. Cecily Alexander Lloyd, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Maria Del Mar Londano Jaramillo, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jennifer Lopez Ramirez, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Fernando Laura, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jacqueline Lustrino, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Priscilla Liu, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Angus Phipps McGuire, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Namrata Mani, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Guadalupe de Manriquez, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Corinne Marie Marquardt, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Dominic James Masuda, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Dimitri Masutin, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Sean McCoy, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Mihir Mayan, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Kimberly Mendez, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Burton Lawrence Mendonça, receiving a Master of Business Administration. David Miller, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Andy Min, receiving a Master of Engineering in Civil and Environmental Engineering, also receiving a Master of Business Administration. Harshita Meera Venkatesh, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Asif Mohammed, receiving a Master of Engineering in Industrial Engineering and Operations Research, also receiving a Master of Business Administration. Sailesh Mohapatra, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Okonkwo Mubagwa, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Austin Naylan, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Zinat Nanji, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Varun Kumar Nara Jayashankar, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Randall Nixon, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Noha Elanwar Nower, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Sebastian Ochoteco, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Kevin E. Ofori, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Faith Olainka Omolere, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Maggie O'Neill, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Emmanuel Ozuna Vargas, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Fede Pacheco, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Sanchit Pandey, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Dunya Panich, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jinyoung Park, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Joseph Roy Parker IV, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Sonia Parmer, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Ami Patel, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Santiago Pezzoni, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Robert Winfield Pomerantz, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Michelle Ga Yi Poon, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jan Philip Frank Dietrich Pryor, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Kritika Persnani, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Daniil Pushkin, receiving a Master of Engineering in Industrial Engineering and Operations Research, also receiving a Master of Business Administration. Yuan Zhang Chu, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Adolfo Quesada Viciana, receiving a Master of Business Administration.
Joshua Scott Rains, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Savith Rao, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Engineering. Saurav Ray, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Sri Reddy, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Brian Christopher Reed, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Megan Marie Reichert, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Bryce Mackenzie Remington, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Robert Reyes, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Julie Reynolds, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Catherine Reynolds, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Sarah Elizabeth Rich, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Juliana M. Rivera, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Alexander Rocklin, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jaime Andres Romero, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Alexandra Russomano, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Cassandra Page Salcedo, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Louis Solerson, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Carlos J. Santa Gadea, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Augustin Santillan, receiving a Master of Engineering in Industrial Engineering and Operations Research, also receiving a Master of Business Administration. Pumi Saracen, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Cristobal Sarquis, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Nicole Savage, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Sophia Schoenfeld, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Yanel Selman, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jeffrey Preston Sharp, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Sadie Laris Shelton, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Michael Robert Shook, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Chi-Shin Shu, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Douglas Dagoberto Sierra Jr., receiving a Master of Business Administration. Maxwell Christian da Silva, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Amy Sims, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Allison N. Slaughter, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Kate Maureen Smith, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Manny Smith, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Cynthia L. Sobral, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Robert Solby, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Erica Lynn Sultanian, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Alan Southworth, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Rob Stark, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Hiroki Sugimoto, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Aditya Sukiya, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Aishwara Sukumar, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Public Health. Lauren Elizabeth Taymor, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Owen Sanford Teach, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Brian Russell Traganza, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Gregory Turk, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Bradley Lawrence Turner, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Eileen Ung, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Maritza Urquiza, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Adelaida Valencia Montoya, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Nadipat Vaniyapan, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Madeline Van, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Anjani Vidula, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Cecilia Venegas, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Rahul Venkateshwara, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Carolyn Dip Vo, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Fletcher Vin, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Lucy Wagner, receiving a Master of Engineering in Industrial Engineering and Operations Research, also receiving a Master of Business Administration. Matthew Brian Wald, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Andrew James Walker, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Dalmas Wambura, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Dai Shi Wang, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Guanfei Wang, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Tian Wang, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Kelsey Wasserman, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Joseph Daniel Weinstein Carnes, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Lee Ann West, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Rebecca Doxy West, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Diana Wong, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Jordan Woodall, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Vera Mengchen Xiao, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Hiroki Yamamoto, receiving a Master of Business Administration, also receiving a Master of Engineering. Mary Yao, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Lucas Cobbs Yin Kimsia, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Also receiving a Master of Public Health. Joshua Philip Yoner, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Tony Yuan, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Yevgenia Zanina, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Maksat Jalel, receiving a Master of Business Administration. Joseph Zhang,